Na nkwada okrum ha koyi na man so monye secretary of school fees. Uko kan ni pante. Oka mfata wo nungu ho. Cause enanye and then can be banner boko, but me won't send me can boko what I say. I mean, Cousin Cho, Nana Addo, the best thing for you to do is to resign and go in peace. Look, let me be honest with you.
Not in pieces.
You are the worst president in the Fourth Republic.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Obian to be in country. Yeah, Mamin Chawade. Rollins, no, she soja tade, or Rogu, or Beye Wadamfo. But even the regime of Rollins, this unprecedented gangan twine hardship, ne big niveau. We go to jail. I mean, you were minister in the jail before, so you know what I'm talking about. You know it, man, or you don't know. You know. I mean, you remember when I was being sent from the castle to bring documents to the Ministry of Justice and Attorney and even to the Foreign Affairs Ministry. You know that things were so well, so right, so very, very beautiful that even the banks were actually chasing the ordinary Ghanaian, asking them for loans. Na bank for Paya Choti and Kwajibisa. You are then a minister. Professor Mills, well, one check. I cannot point to any other thing that possibly he did. But Osha Mills, Niamana Oya, at least during his time, apart from Woyobe, Nabibi knew what actually made me appointed as corruption. He laid down a very simple foundation, but with a very tall rising structure. The Mahama, we the NPP, including myself, said that he was corrupt. The Mahama, we said, including myself, that he was corrupt. You even described Professor Mills as Professor Doolittle. And so many accolades, so many name calling. And myself, I had the belief and the confidence, because I know you, that this one, dear, it is the finality of the suffering of a Ghanaian. I led the front, used my own pocket money to buy motorbikes, campaigned. I joined the MPP campaign team in 6 regions out of the 10. Okay? And touted the known image, my understanding of a man, Nana Addo Nada, went round telling the Ghanaian, vote for him. On radio, on television, we did that. It is not because we had nothing to do. It was not because I am a member of the New Patriotic Party. No. It was because of the belief, the faith I had in you, that you, Nana Addo, you can do something. And I remember our last meeting at your private residence at Nima before the general elections.
Fellow Ghanaians.
I was there with Frank J. Chum, my producer. You remember? The discussion that ensued, the deliberations, the things we talked about, the things we wrote down, the list that we said we were going to take them as and when we are able to accomplish the activities we laid on the floor. I had the belief. I went home. Ni Teko Tego. Is it Ni Teko Tego or whatever? He's a fantastic young man. Let me tell you, that guy, the things that he did in our constituency, it was mind-blowing. And I was not surprised. at least he was made a presidential staffer. Because the guy laid down his life to an extent that he was using his pocket money to fix certain portions of the road, if you care to know. We won the elections. You know, we, the youth of Africa, we are not crazy people. We're not. We're not crazy.
The king of morning shows.
We're looking for either a young person or an old person who is willing to actually re-engineer the faculties of all the enterprises of this country and all of the economy, trying to find solutions to our problems and at least be able to give us some job to do, so that the youth of this country would not continuously be rendered useless and helpless. So we thrashed onto the streets. We joined, led by vote count, did everything humanly and animally possible for you to win the seat. I love sounding that here. Some of us, we're not interested that a minister, a DCE, the president or the vice president or whoever is going to give me anything. After all, if I was able to buy 13 motorbikes, then it should tell you that, come on, you know what? The youth were rising on high, shouting the name. But something happened. After the elections, after we had won the elections, something broke the back of the camel. And what was that? That was the things that we're afraid of. Despondency, fear, anxiety, powerful typhoons of anger. We're afraid that we're going to be blown over the edge. We're afraid that we're going to be thrown into the sea, unknown, unnoticed. We were not sure of our future. We were so disturbed and displaced, rejected, ejected, dejected, and subjected to things that we could not comprehend. But we sat still and remained unperturbed, flamboyantly crossed our legs, looking into the skies, waiting for that man called Nana Addo to come shake
Fellow Ghanaians,
the system. Yes, indeed, he came, he shook the system, but that was for his pockets and the pockets of his cronies and the pockets of his family and the pockets of his friends. When we're visiting the hospitals, that many people were dying.
fellow Ghanaians,
When we traveled to the northern region, upper east and upper west and the northern region,
fellow Ghanaians,
that there was no ambulance to carry the sick pregnant woman, the dying old man, the wounded youth. We shouted to the sky that this is the time to make the ends meet. This is the time that the things that we could not do, this is the time that the things that we could not achieve, this is the time we can make them happy. But unfortunately for us, we had voted for a demon. Yes! Many were the people who were languishing in the gutters. Many were the people who were wallowing and weeping. And they are still wallowing, they are still weeping, they are still crying. They are down there asking for help. Who is coming up? Who is holding my hand? Who is actually going to help me rise out of the gutters? We are being pushed down. The mercilessness of the mad. Change, Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said, when it is denied or too long delayed, violence will break out here and there. Not that men planned or willed it, but the accumulated grievances will erupt with volcanic fury. We were looking for somebody who will fail with Anna. Somebody who will decide to fail with Anna. But here we are voted for demons
Fellow Ghanaians.
who are craving for success with fraud.
Fellow Ghanaians.
They chase money from the left, chase money from the right, chase money ahead of them, chase money behind them, leaving the ordinary Ghanaian to suffer without a word. Our lips are sealed and we've been gagged. Don't talk. If you talk, we'll pull you down. When the International Monetary Fund people came around somewhere in 2014, we were all here in this country asking questions why the government debt led by John Dramani Mahama was actually pushing Ghana back to the old tracks. But here we are once again in the hoarding hovels of this country. There's a very glowing bubble roaming around, dancing around. But there's a demon holding a pin to burst the bubble. Now the bubble has been burst. We are all drowning, going down without peace. We are all going down. We are all being drowned in the midst of the figmentation and the imagination of an old cock. He sit down, sleep, wake up, and crawl.
Fellow Ghanaians.
Like the old serpent in the Bible. But the danger lies ahead of all of us as people, youth of Africa, youth of Northern Region, youth of Savannah, youth of Upper East, youth of Upper West, Southern Sector, Central Region, Western Region, Greater Accra, Eastern Region, Volta Region, Bonga Hafo, everywhere, Ashanti, we are wallowing in pain. Because we thought that the relaxed hands of an old man would actually hold us from our graves and give us lives. Unfortunately for us, a demon was seen from afar as an angel. And we all rushed to his chest, thinking that we can find solace in his chest like a worrying wife who is actually looking for peace in the arms of the husband. We slept there, thinking that when we're asleep and it is time for work, the old hand will wake us up. Unfortunately, that chest was a miserable location for a miserable wife. When the whole wide world was celebrating the elections of Ghana, we were celebrating pain. When the whole world was actually looking up in the skies and thanking God for Ghana, we were really looking to the right and looking to the left, finding out what was actually hunting us. We have been hunted out of the forest and been hunted out of the homes. Now we are stuck in the middle with an earthquake. Because the flag of Ghana is being lifted by a demon. I am using the word demon reservedly because during Nana Addo's tenure of office, everything is being destroyed. D for the demon. Children goes to school for nothing. We come out of school, graduates, 275,000 university graduates. They come out of the universities with no hope. Hopelessness is the key. Where did we go wrong as people? and said, I crime to locate somebody and point all our 5 fingers at that person and say, come, we believe you can. And sometimes we use religion as the opium, and we use religion and we hide behind religion. We use religion as if that when you are a Christian, when you are a Muslim, just the mere fact that you wear that robe can solve the problems. Let me tell you from today, the Bible says that if you cannot think, you cannot see God. So the old demon went out there, placed his hands on the wailing walls of Israel. Had an imagination that he's going to build a useless cathedral. And we followed suit. Instead of gaining success, we are gaining pain. We have been thrown out of joints. Married men are running away from their homes. Not because they are not responsible, but because there's a demon who is holding the flag of this country. Destitution and prostitution is the concoction of the aggravation of the land now. We have been rolled on from our roll-ons, so we smell so bad. We have given iPads to MPs and ministers. Meanwhile, our young ladies do not have pads when they menstruate. This is the pain of the ordinary Ghanaian. And I keep saying that. It is better to fail with Anna than to succeed with fraud. Anytime you want to fire an arrow, you pull it back. And the arrow is willed and favored with the impression that I will be released so I can get to my destination. Hit Sofo Andy. But unfortunately, the arrow was pulled back and stuck in there. Why? Because a demon is holding the flag of this country. Market women are crying. Teachers are crying. Nurses are crying. The carpenters are weeping. Mothers cannot locate where their children are. Mothers cannot find and play with their sons. The daughters are running away from their fathers because when they see afar, they cannot locate a father. So they got to wind around and go into prostitution. Otherwise, they can't find food to eat. Many throw away their precious gifts. Our towels are wet, so there's nothing to use to wipe our tears. The old men and women who danced around and promoted naked demonstrations are now demonstrating their nakedness in pain. Where did we go wrong as people? Why have we lost our sense of consciousness? People are pimpling their act on their faces, touching, no speaking, as if there's no tomorrow. It is because a demon is holding the flag of this country. Take that video off. When we saw change coming, we thought it was the array of success. When we saw this change coming, we all thought that this is the end of our anguish. When we saw this change coming, we all thought that this is the real time to deal with the things that is actually holding us back. Have you forgotten? Let my vote count. People were rushing down the lane to go cast their vote so that their votes will be counted. Unfortunately, our pain, our anguish, our suffering is now being counted. You wake up in the morning as a husband. You fly to the kitchen as a wife. You cry loud to call the names of your parents, and you still cannot find hope. Hope, where are you? Hope, where are you? Hope, where are you? Hope, where are you? Sergeant Dr. Kwame Nkrumah once said that when hopelessness hits the people, they see less, but they can kill more. We have been thrown to the streets. People go out there, they sell, but the money they find in their hands is nothing to write home about. Where is the president? Nana, what is happening? Come back to your consciousness. Come back to yourself. What is happening to you? Even if somebody has sent you or judicialized you, I believe that your hands on the Wailing Wall in Israel should be able to save you. Party members are even crying. Ministers cannot find their spaces in their offices. Ministers being sent to parliament to answer questions are lost. It is because a demon is holding the flag of the land. What can we do as people? We must be able to shake the very core foundations of this land with hope, with love, with understanding. Otherwise, we will remain in this country and nothing good will happen to us. When people are wearing purple, they want to be seen people actually congratulating them. But here are we wearing purple. The people can see us, but they can't congratulate us because the purple that we are wearing is being tainted by red colors. Private sector crying. The media crying. Businesses collapsing. Old men and women dying without leaving anything behind that we can call a Japa. But there's a Japa document which is actually a Japalizing all of us, pushing us into the bush and creating a path for some people to run to the heaven of their minds. The academia is silent. Our reverend ministers, who are the representatives of God, are now corrupt than the serpent in the Bible. Where did we go wrong? And there's a day coming that the young shall grow. There is a day coming. The babies will begin to crawl. That's him, thank you. Tago, thank you. Then I'm a pessimika.